One of the key reasons that explosive arguments is triggering. We all have vulnerabilities within ourselves. And when those buttons are pressed, we can become reactive, we become triggered, we say things we don't mean. These areas of vulnerability or triggers are often rooted in our past. Take, for example, George and Ruth. Ruth grew up in a family where she felt ignored. Her needs weren't met, and as a result, she reacted by becoming critical and outspoken to get them met. George, on the other hand, grew up in a family that was quite critical, and he withdrew to protect himself. They met, fell in love, got married, and had a wonderful relationship until George's work pressures grew to the extent that he spent less time with Ruth because he was so busy. Now, unconsciously, Ruth became triggered by this. She felt ignored, it reawakened her feelings from the past, and she reacted in the same way as she did in the past by becoming critical. Well, that, of course, triggered George's triggers, and he pulled away from her. As a result of that, she became more critical, and they were caught in this vicious loop which created explosive arguments. What do they need to do? They need to understand what's happening, and Ruth needs to understand that being critical is not going to be effective, but by speaking more calmly about her needs to George, she will more likely get them met. George, on the other hand, needs to understand that withdrawing from critical comments doesn't work, and really she's just seeking his love, and come out and spend more time with her. When they get that, and they change their reactive behaviour, they'll meet each other's needs and they'll restore the love and closeness they both want. With all triggering relationships, we need to understand what's happening unconsciously and change our reactive behaviour so we can meet the needs of the other person in the relationship and restore the love and closeness that everybody wants.